Hello, my name is Stevie Martin with the Avaya Serviceability Engineering team. This video is about modifying the maximum user capacity of Avaya Live Engage on-premise software environment. You install the Avaya Live Engage on-premise solution using the installation manual provided with the software bundle. One of the terms in that manual is the peak concurrent users, which is the maximum number of users for a server. By default, each system is set up for 100 users and 5 administrators based on the hardware recommendations given to you in the installation guide. The separate administrator count will enable administrators to enter the system and to remove users if required, even if the system reaches full capacity. Once you have completed the installation, you can go back in and change the peak concurrent users. You should never increase the peak concurrent users, as this affects voice quality. If you use the method we're going to show to increase the peak concurrent users, you're in violation of your Avaya license agreement. If you have a valid need to increase the peak concurrent users and you have the hardware configuration to support it, you should talk to a Avaya representative prior to doing so and discuss your license agreement as we just mentioned. To modify the peak concurrent users after installation, you'd log on to the desktop of the on-premise software solution and you use the WA Web Service interface. A description of this WA Web Service interface and how to use it was shown in a previous video called How to Access and Use Avaya Live Engage Release 2.0 WA Web Service. When you determine the maximum number of users you want to change to in your on-premise software solution, you would log into the desktop of the environment and access the WA Web Service as outlined in the video mentioned earlier. Once you're in the WA Web Service interface, you either scroll down to WA Update PCU and select it. Alternatively, you can add the tag to the end of the URL OP equals WA Update PCU for operation equals Web Live Update peak concurrent user and select Enter. The first value enter is the subscription ID. For on-premise software in Release 3.0, it will always be the number 1. You then enter the max peak concurrent users, which for this example we will set to 90. In your max admin buffer, this is where you enter the maximum number of administrators that can be entered in the environment. We'll leave it the original defined number 5. For Release 3.0, you'd set the max meeting host to 0. This is not supported for on-premise software solution. Once you're done, you want to click Invoke. This will restart the Avaya Live Engage environment and will display an XML response. If the response is true, the configuration has been successful and the new limits are set for that environment. If it is false, the configuration is unsuccessful, and the new limits have not been set, you will default to the old ones. If you do get a false response, you want to navigate to the logs and determine what the problem is. The logs are under Computer Web.Live Data Store Web Alive logs. And you want to go find the latest WA Web Service file and review it for any error messages that may have been generated. If you're unable to debug the issue yourself, contact your Avaya support for help. The procedure we have just performed is defined in the Install Avaya Live Engage On-Premise Solution Installation Guide. If you have any questions or concerns prior to attempting this procedure, then please contact your Avaya representative for any information or help that may be required. Thank you for your time today. We welcome comments, questions, and feedback at mentor@avaya.com or on Twitter at Avaya Mentor. For more details or related information, please visit support.avaya.com. Thank you for choosing Avaya.